Have you ever imagined the feeling of seeing yourself being imitated right in front of you? From characteristic expressions and speaking styles to familiar habits, everything is hilariously recreated, making both the audience and the main character burst into laughter. In today's video, we'll explore some of the most impressive and hilarious impersonations performed right in front of real people. Let's see the unexpected reactions, the hearty laughter, and the memorable moments that unfolded. If you enjoy this kind of entertaining content, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next exciting videos. Now, let's get started. Leading the list was an incredibly impressive imitation of Jim Carrey, captivating the audience from the very first seconds. With the ability to almost perfectly replicate the iconic voice, expressive facial expressions, and explosive energy that have become the legendary actor's trademark, the performer made it feel like they were witnessing Jim Carrey himself on stage. Every gesture, glance, and intonation was vividly portrayed, causing the entire audience to erupt in laughter and enthusiastic applause. The most interesting moment was when Jim Carrey himself witnessed the second Jim Carrey appearing right before him. His surprised yet delighted reaction made the performance even more memorable, creating one of the funniest and most memorable moments of the show. Next up was a hilarious moment between Jack Black and Jason Momoa during the promotion of the movie Minecraft. Known for his humor, boundless energy, and quick wit, Jack Black didn't miss the opportunity to recreate Jason Momoa's persona in his own creative and witty style. From gestures and demeanor to characteristic expressions, everything was exaggerated humorously, generating endless laughter from the audience. The performance not only created a lively and relaxed atmosphere, but also received enthusiastic responses from Jason Momoa himself. The actor's cheerful reaction and play-it-all-out spirit contributed to making this moment a memorable highlight of the film's promotional campaign. When it comes to impersonating celebrities, Godfrey is undoubtedly one of the most prominent names. In a talk show, he delighted the audience with his incredibly accurate impersonation of Jason Statham. From the deep, husky voice to the calm, cool demeanor that has become the trademark of the British action star, Godfrey observed and recreated every detail with exquisite precision. He didn't simply copy the appearance or way of speaking, he skillfully incorporated humor and exaggeration at the right moments, making the performance lively and captivating. The combination of his keen observation skills and excellent acting created endless laughter, making this performance one of the show's most memorable. In the next segment, Bryan Cranston surprised the audience with a delightful performance, attempting to impersonate Kevin Hart in his own unique way. Known for his calm, composed demeanor and refined acting skills, Bryan Cranston created a humorous contrast by recreating the image of Kevin Hart, a famous artist known for his explosive energy, eloquent style, and colorful expressions. This interesting contrast made the imitation particularly captivating and drew everyone's attention. From his way of speaking and body language to his distinctive personality traits, Bryan recreated Kevin Hart's characteristics with charm and humor. Not only did the performance bring laughter to the audience, but it also received overwhelmingly positive feedback from Kevin Hart himself, who could barely contain his laughter as he witnessed his familiar traits being vividly and creatively recreated on stage. When it comes to the most hilarious and memorable imitation moments in entertainment, Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson are undoubtedly one of the top duos. With a close friendship and chemistry built over years of collaboration, they frequently tease each other by mimicking each other's voices, gestures, expressions, and characteristic habits. What makes these imitations so particularly entertaining is that both Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson understand each other very well, allowing them to easily recreate familiar personality traits in a humorous yet accurate way. Each time they appear together, the pair deliver natural banter, charming jokes, and unexpected improvisational moments. This perfect combination of humor and genuine friendship creates captivating entertainment segments that keep audiences laughing and eagerly anticipating their next reunions. And of course, it would be a huge oversight not to mention Eddie Murphy. Considered one of the masters of the art of imitation, Eddie Murphy possesses an incredible ability to transform himself into many different famous characters. With just a few minor changes in voice and expression, he can make the audience instantly recognize the character he is imitating. These celebrity impersonations not only bring laughter, but also showcase the artist's excellent observational and acting skills. Sometimes, it's the reaction of the person being imitated that makes these moments even more memorable. And today's list will give you some of the most interesting examples of that. Watch until the end of the video to see which performance impressed you the most. For decades, Jim Breuer has been known as one of the most accomplished comedians at imitating celebrities. From their voices and expressions to their mannerisms, he can replicate the styles of top stars with astonishing accuracy. Interestingly, however, it's rare for Jim Breuer to be the target of imitation. But that finally happened in a special interview. When he met Jason Scoop, Jim Breuer was unexpectedly shown a reenactment of his own comedic style. What made this moment even more amusing was that Jason not only mimicked Jim Breuer, but also how Jim usually imitates other celebrities. This imitating the imitator created a multi-layered comedic situation that left both the audience and Jim Breuer in stitches. Next up is a fascinating behind-the-scenes story about the legendary actor Jack Nicholson. In an intimate conversation, colleagues and those who had the opportunity to work with him shared many memorable anecdotes from behind the scenes. Although known to audiences worldwide for his edgy, mysterious, and strong-willed roles, Jack Nicholson, in real life, possesses a warm, humorous, and incredibly friendly personality. According to many colleagues, he often livened up the atmosphere on set with unexpected jokes and witty improvisations, helping everyone feel more comfortable during filming. This interesting contrast between his serious, sometimes intimidating on-screen image and his cheerful, open personality in real life created many unforgettable humorous situations. These behind-the-scenes stories not only bring laughter but also help audiences understand a very different side of Jack Nicholson, making his image more relatable and endearing in the eyes of the public. When discussing iconic impersonations, it's impossible to overlook Jamie Foxx. At an iconic American event, Jamie Foxx astonished the crowd by recreating Barack Obama's signature speaking style. He not only mimicked the voice but also the president's familiar rhythm, body language, and demeanor. The performance received enthusiastic applause from thousands of attendees. One of Jamie Foxx's unique qualities is his ability to switch characters almost instantly. In just a few minutes, he can transform from a renowned politician into a completely different person with his own distinct style and personality. This versatile ability has made him one of Hollywood's most versatile entertainers. And when it comes to the art of high-level impersonation, Dana Carvey is an indispensable name. Throughout his career, he built his reputation on his ability to transform himself into countless famous figures. Among them, his impersonation of President George H.W. Bush is considered one of the most iconic performances. Dana Carvey not only imitated the voice, but also perfectly recreated the speaking style, facial expressions, and familiar gestures of the president. The meticulous attention to detail made the audience feel as if they were witnessing the real person appearing on stage. This performance quickly became one of the most beloved comedic acts of the time. Moments like these show that the art of impersonation is not simply about making people laugh. It's a combination of observation skills, acting ability, and the artist's creativity. And sometimes, the delighted reaction from the impersonated individuals is the most captivating part, turning these performances into memorable moments in entertainment history. Not every politician feels uncomfortable being the subject of comedic performances. In fact, President George H.W. Bush was one of Dana Carvey's biggest fans, the artist famous for impersonating him on Saturday Night Live. Dana Carvey's impersonations became so popular that President Bush himself decided to join in the fun. Instead of protesting, he appeared on television and responded with unexpected humor. This open attitude helped transform a political satire into one of the most entertaining stories in American entertainment. Over time, the relationship between Dana Carvey and President Bush grew closer. Dana was even invited to perform at the White House. There, he continued to make the audience laugh by humorously explaining how he created his character. The behind-the-scenes stories and witty improvisations made the performance an unforgettable event for everyone present. Having moved to Hollywood, Tom Cruise has long been known as one of the most professional and energetic actors on set. However, like anyone else, he also experiences moments of stress at work. Actress Emily Blunt once shared a memorable anecdote about the first time she witnessed Tom Cruise lose his temper during filming. According to Emily, after many hours of intense work and physically demanding scenes, Tom Cruise had a rare moment of exhaustion. Interestingly, instead of creating a tense atmosphere, this story became a lighthearted anecdote that Emily often recounts in her talk shows. Next up is Bill Hader, one of the most beloved comedians and actors, thanks to his exceptional versatility and impressive ability to imitate celebrities. In one television appearance, he transformed himself into Christopher Walken, leaving the entire audience in stitches. With keen observation and a knack for capturing the character's unique characteristics, Bill Hader almost perfectly recreated the distinctive voice, unique speaking rhythm, and characteristic pauses that have become Christopher Walken's trademark. Not only did he replicate the voice, but he also skillfully mimicked the veteran actor's demeanor, expressions, and captivating interactions. This combination of accuracy and humor made the performance one of the most memorable, earning continuous applause and laughter from the audience. However, one of the most impressive impersonations on this list probably belongs to Matt Friend. The young artist has garnered attention for his ability to recreate the voices of famous people with astonishing accuracy. In a radio program, Matt Friend had the opportunity to chat live with Howard Stern, whom he frequently imitates. What amazed everyone was the almost perfect resemblance between the two voices. Even those who had heard Howard Stern for years had to concentrate to distinguish between the real person and the impersonator. The conversation quickly turned into a hilarious banter between the two. Howard Stern constantly reacted to the incredible similarity, while Matt Friend maintained his persona with such precision that the entire studio erupted in laughter. Moments like these show that the art of imitation is not just about copying a voice. It's also about capturing a person's personality, demeanor, and even the smallest details. And when performed right in front of the person being modeled, the result often creates memorable moments of entertainment that audiences will talk about for years to come. Not long after, Matt Friend had the opportunity to meet Jeff Goldblum in person, one of Hollywood's most distinctive and recognizable speaking styles. This was considered a significant challenge, as Jeff Goldblum's way of speaking, with its characteristic pauses, unpredictable rhythm, and unique demeanor, is almost impossible to replicate accurately. However, Matt Friend demonstrated his incredible imitation talent by almost perfectly recreating the famous actor's signature characteristics. From sentence breaks and facial expressions to his confident yet spontaneous demeanor, every detail was naturally and humorously portrayed. The interaction between the two quickly transformed the conversation into a hilarious moment of entertainment, much to the delight of the audience. Even more remarkably, Jeff Goldblum himself couldn't hide his surprise and delight at seeing a different version of himself appear right beside him, contributing to one of Matt Friend's most memorable impersonations. Meanwhile, Tom Hiddleston proved that imitation talent isn't limited to comedians. The famous Marvel actor surprised audiences by convincingly impersonating Chris Hemsworth. By combining Chris's distinctive accent with Loki's familiar lines, Tom created a performance that was both hilarious and impressive. Furthermore, Tom Hiddleston demonstrated remarkable observational skills by imitating talk show host Graham Norton. From the way he asks questions and his intonation to his familiar television presenting style, every detail was reproduced so naturally that the audience burst into laughter. Next up is Michael McIntyre, one of Britain's most successful and beloved comedians. Known for his energetic storytelling style, keen observation, and ability to transform everyday situations into hilarious tales, he always knows how to make the audience laugh with just the smallest details. In one performance, Michael delivered an incredibly impressive imitation of Jeremy Clarkson, eliciting continuous bursts of laughter from the audience. From his powerful voice and distinctive intonation, to the confident and slightly arrogant demeanor familiar to the Top Gear star, he recreated everything vividly and charmingly. Not only did he accurately mimic Jeremy Clarkson's easily recognizable features, but Michael also cleverly added humorous exaggerations, making the performance even more engaging. The combination of his sharp observation skills and natural acting talent made this act one of the most memorable moments, receiving enthusiastic applause from the audience. In another moment, Austin Butler continued to be the center of humorous teasing after the resounding success of his role as Elvis Presley. After months of living with the character and completely embodying the music legend, Elvis's distinctive voice and performance style seemed to still haunt and clearly influence the actor's natural way of speaking. This quickly became a fun topic for colleagues and guests to tease, resulting in a series of hilarious imitations on stage and backstage. Familiar lines, characteristic intonation, and the Elvis-influenced voice were recreated humorously, making the atmosphere of the conversation lively and full of laughter. Not only did this moment provide entertainment for the audience, but it also showed the strong influence of the role on Austin Butler, while highlighting the cheerful spirit and camaraderie among the artists. When discussing classic impersonations, it's hard to overlook the duo of Steve Coogan and Rob Brydon. For many years, they have almost turned impersonating Michael Caine into a friendly competition. Each has their own way of recreating the legendary actor, from his voice to his distinctive on-screen demeanor. What made this moment even more special was the appearance of Michael Caine himself. Instead of just watching on television or hearing about it from others, he witnessed the two artists' impersonations firsthand. The banter between Steve Coogan and Rob Brydon quickly became one of the most entertaining parts of the show, as both continuously tried to prove who was the most accurate portrayal of Michael Caine. Next came a surprising impersonation of Rami Malek. The similarities in speech, facial expressions, and demeanor kept the audience laughing. Many even joked that the resemblance was more surprising than they had imagined. The fun continued when Reese Witherspoon participated in an entertaining singing challenge. Her natural reactions and quick wit created many memorable moments, while also giving the audience another interesting glimpse into the famous actress's real-life personality. These are all the funniest and most impressive celebrity impersonations performed right in front of the real people. Which performance did you enjoy the most? Leave your opinion in the comments below. Thank you for watching the video to the end. If you found this content interesting, don't forget to like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel to support us in bringing you more entertaining videos in the future. Have a great day, and see you in the next videos.